Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to each and every one of you. The market is doing what the market does. We'll get into that. Canada, what? Looks like they have lost their mind. Holy, what in the wide world is going on over there? I don't know. I'm excited about the Solidly exchange emission starting today. Really, really excited about that. We'll go over some stuff from Twitter. But this whole Canada thing is just, I don't know. I don't even know what to begin to say what's going on over there. So guys, so listen, this is your XRP and Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes. So the total cryptocurrency market cap is 1.84 trillion. It's actually up 3.4% in the 24 hours. Wow. Which means it dropped quite a bit. Bitcoin dominance is under 40% at 39.8%. Bitcoin currently is at $38,525 according to CoinGecko. Ethereum is $2,700 essentially. XRP is at 72 cents. So Cardano is 93 cents. Solana is $89. Terra Luna is $62. And Avalanche, wow, it's actually $79. Actually, is higher in price, but the market cap is lower than Terra. Interesting stuff there. So Shiba Inu is 0.0000, 2657, still down 15% on the 7-day. Still a lot of double figure reds going on. Polygon is $1.55. Double figures in the minus of 16.7%. So there are some good deals. Kronos is at 41 cents, down 51, down 15%. It's at 41 cents, down 15, almost 16%. I've been hopping on the Kronos chain and doing some things over there. We're staking on that platform. Very, very interesting. Phantom is at $1.68. Wow, 19.5% down. Decentraland's $2.73. Adara Hashgraph is at 23.5 cents. So again, the market is doing what the market's done. The market is doing what the market does. Double figure reds for sure. Double figure reds in the space. So I wanted to cover some things that I saw on Twitter that are just really, really interesting to me. This thing going on in Canada is just, wow. Greg Price tweeted this out, and Brian Armstrong replied, or commented, or retweeted. This is literal madness. Canada's Deputy Prime Minister says under the Emergencies Act, banks can immediately freeze or suspend bank accounts without a court order and can be protected from civil liability. So the bank can freeze your stuff without a court order, and then you can't sue them for not having access to your own money. Not having access to your own money. This is a problem, and this is a challenge, and this is what's going to, just leapfrog people into the digital asset space where they can self-custody their own assets. I've said this once, I've said it 1,000 times. Their traditional financial products, like a bank account, is not yours, it's theirs. You got to get that. An IRA, a mutual fund, stocks, index fund, that's not yours. It's theirs. It's not ours, it's theirs. So, for me, I'm trying to, as best as I can, promote the products in the space that are ours, that can't be taken away from us, as opposed to promoting traditional financial products that can be taken away from you. Ultimately, that's the bottom line here. Let's take a listen to what Chrystia Freeland has to say. This is alarming.
Institutions will have their relationships with anyone involved in the illegal blockades and report to the RCMP or CSIS. As of today, a bank or other financial service provider will be able to immediately freeze or suspend an account without a court order. In doing so, they will be protected against civil liability for actions taken in good faith. Federal government institutions will have a new broad authority to share relevant information.
Federal institutions will now have new broad authority. Wow, I like, what the heck? What is going on? So I saw that there was this, and it was a Pomp who tweeted this out. Let me see if I can find Pomps. Here it is right here. The Ontario Superior Court of Justice asked self-custody wallet provider, Nunchuck _IO, if you want to follow them on Twitter, to disclose user information and freeze users' discounts, users' Bitcoin. If you want a catalyst to, like, Canada is going through some hard times right now. I mean, it's not even funny at all. I mean, hard times. Yeah. And this is what this Nunchuck _IO had to say to them, which I just absolutely love it. But this is where we are. Again, I get it. You know, people want sponsors and all of that stuff. But if you don't get that the traditional financial products are not ours and that they can freeze a bank account, these people tried to do, look, the Ontario Superior Court tried to get a platform to give them information about their clients and to freeze their accounts. Here's what Nunchuck said. Dear the Ontario Superior Court of Justice, Nunchuck is a self-custodial, collaborative, multi-sig Bitcoin wallet. We are a software provider, not a custodial financial intermediary. Our software is free to use. It allows people to eliminate single points of failure and store Bitcoin in the safest way possible while preserving privacy. Again, you get these YouTubers, they want to talk technology like technology is the end game. It is not the end game. The end game is for you and I to have the ability to choose our own money and what we want to do with our money. That's the end game. And that's what Bitcoin brought to us. That's what Bitcoin brought to us. Stop laboring over technology. It's insane. Not that it's not important, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not. We do not collect any user information. We do not collect any user identification information beyond email addresses. We also do not hold any keys. Or you can own a bank account, or you can own a bank account and promote traditional financial products and have them seize and freeze them at any time that they want. We cannot freeze our users' assets. We cannot prevent them from being moved. We do not have knowledge of the existence, nature, value, and location of our users' assets. This is by design. Please look up how self-custody and private keys work. When the Canadian dollar becomes worthless, we will be here to serve you too. Sincerely, the Nunchuck team, like in Nunchucks. Remember those? This is what we want. We cannot freeze our users' assets. We cannot prevent them from being moved. We also do not hold any of their keys. because of Bitcoin, this idea, this concept that's actually live and in play is here. You get it? Do you see what I'm saying? That doesn't mean you have to hold the crypto. Doesn't mean if you have to hold the asset. That doesn't mean that. But don't just disregard what it brought. This idea of self-custody is massive. Just ask the people in Canada. Wow. I mean, holy moly, that is some interesting stuff there. Oh, that is some very, very interesting stuff. Shout out to Nunchuck, man. I tell you. Here's another article about it. Bitcoin wallet rejects Canada's court demand to freeze funds, citing technically impossible. That is where we want to be. Choice of our own money, choice to store it wherever we want, choice to do with it what we want. We're not, the illegal stuff, the people who choose to do illegal things will get caught. Period. But if you're not a criminal, why are you concerned? If you're an upstanding citizen, you're an upstanding citizen. The people are delusional, unfortunately, about this whole FDIC. It's an illusion. FDIC insured banks and blah, blah, blah. But that's an illusion. The only insurance you have over your money is you being able to self-custody your money. That's it. There is no other thing. You taking full responsibility for your money. And if you lose it to a hack, you got to learn from that lesson and move on. Because the FDIC ain't going to pay you back $1. They're not going to pay you back a freaking $1. That, my friends, is the truth. It is the very, very, very sad truth. I think this is important to mention. Patrick Beck David from Valuetainment says here, expect gas prices to skyrocket due to possible sanctions on Russia. Some areas in states like California may hit $10 a gallon. Brace for the freaking impact. And I said something from John Deaton. John Deaton has been doing his thing now for a while and bringing some really, really important notes. Last year, Rosalind Layton brilliantly wrote, put two and two together, and the SEC is saying that Ripple and its two top executives had to have reasonable knowledge of something 7 years ago that the agency itself wasn't sure about last Friday. Last Friday, John has been doing some really, really, really great stuff like recently with his tweets and stuff. I'm not going to go over all of them, but I just think it's important to understand. Crypto Law tweeted this out. This is John Deaton, Crypto Law US. Getting a legal opinion is the opposite of reckless conduct, Lawson's lawyer said. Alison Frankel reports on unsealed legal memos for Reuters. Oh my goodness. This was John. Thank goodness for John, for Jay Clayton. Ripple Chris Lawson should all thank Clayton. Clayton is on video with Grundfest starting at minute 41:30, explaining how he likes to go after the individual executive because it changes the dynamics of the case. I think I remember hearing that. I think I remember hearing that. Let me see.
Way that's entirely uninteresting. So if governments wanted to make it extraordinarily difficult and expensive, all right, to get real money into and out of, all right, the blockchain, they'd be able to do it easily.
In 2013, I was shocked when they legalized, when the Senate finance hearings legalized this entire thing. I was not scared.
All right. So let's try to find another question. Yes, sir.
Hi, thank you for being here. So
Can't hear this question.
No bars, all these types of things. Do you see these trends continuing, decreasing, changing?
On the question of individual accountability,
You know, you just look at something like the Yates numbers.
Yeah.
I think they fall under the same umbrella.
So I'm familiar with the Yates memo, but let me answer the question very generally. I'll answer it directly and then by means of anecdote. I believe in individual accountability in the enforcement space, if that's what you're asking. I think it has a greater effect going forward than diffuse corporate responsibility.
Interesting stuff there. So anyway, I don't, all I can say is, when it comes to that dude there. But in any case, Grundfest being smarter than Clayton, John Deaton tweets, cautious that when you go after individual executives, it shifts a much higher burden onto the SEC. Clayton's response to that is, yeah, but it might be worth it. In a non-fraud case, it is simply not worth it, nor should you bring it. I guess that is Deaton saying that as well. So interesting stuff, very, very interesting thread from John. If executives engage in fraud or misrepresentation, they should be sued. The SEC investigated for 2.5 years and didn't find one instance of fraud or misrepresentation. You can bet it would have charged fraud if it could have. Despite no fraud charges, Clayton filed versus the two executives. You can go back to February 2021 and read my tweet stating, I believe charging Brad and Chris with aiding and abetting was the biggest mistake the SEC made, and that it was further proof considering the SEC had zero chance of proving it. The lawsuit was used as a weapon. Bottom line. They got to him. They got to Clayton. Remember, the SEC chair is privately selected. They got to him. And I said it on a video yesterday. Layer 2 blockchains and technology is not a threat to the greater financial system, the incumbents, the top 8 to 10 JP Morgans and Goldman Sachs of the world. You're not worried about Arbitrum and any DeFi, Arbitrum or Optimism or Avalanche or Polygon authors. They are concerned about Ripple and its technology, RippleNet, ODL, transactions, replacing SWIFT. That's their concerns. That is their concerns. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. All right, guys, look, I'm going to end this video. I could do all of my videos and remind you guys of this, that old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating, or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.